girl. Yeah, I just came out of hot yoga. Yeah, I'm heading to the beach right now to meet up with Jason. You know, my cousin that writes like screenplays for that one director. Yeah, hi, grande pumpkin spice latte, please. Soy milk, light on ice, make it sugar-free, no whipped cream on top. Just basically make it 0 calories, please, thanks. Yeah, like, totally.
The car stopped like 15 seconds after I hit the brake and skidded for another 150 meters, which means I was speeding at 72 kilometers per hour. But first, selfie.
Howdy y'all! Welcome back to my channel. 저는 지구 반대편에서 여러분께 생생한 현지 영어를 배달드리는 지구영어의 지구쌤입니다. 오늘은 제가 정말 예전부터 다루고 싶었던 주제인 Stereotype, 특히 멜팅팟이라고 불릴 만큼 다양한 인종과 문화가 뒤섞인 미국에서의 Stereotype에 대해서 얘기해볼 거예요. 일단 이게 뭔지부터 짚고 넘어가야겠죠? 한국어로는 고정관념이라고 번역이 돼요. 어떤 대상에 대한 견고한 생각이라는 뜻이죠. 저번 크루엘라 섀도잉 영상에서 엠마 스톤이 Everyone's put into a box라고 했잖아요.
I think if you're not a straight white man, you're put into a box. If you're anything other than that, you get put into boxes.
그러니까 딱딱한 사고의 박스 안에, 틀 안에 각자 개성있고 다른 사람들을 억지로 끼워 맞춘다는 뜻이죠.
Now, where you sit in the cafeteria is crucial. Cool Asians, varsity jocks, unfriendly black hotties, and the worst. Beware of the plastic.
개인적으로 미국 문화에서 이 스테레오타입의 개념은 정말 중요하다고 봐요. 왠지는 영상 보시다 보면 알 수 있으실 거예요. 그래서 오늘 알려드릴 몇 가지의 스테레오타입만 기억하고 계셔도 나중에 미드나 영화를 볼 때 조크도 이해할 수 있고 실제로 미국인들과 대화할 때도 바탕이 되는 중요한 컨텍스트, 문맥도 제공할 수 있을 거예요. 사실 일상생활에서 미국인들과 이렇게 대화를 하다 보면 의도치 않게 그들의 감정을 상하게 하는 말들을 할 때가 있는데 그런 걸 미연에 방지할 수 있는 꿀팁까지 알려드릴 테니까 영상 꼭 끝까지 봐주세요. 그럼 시작 전에 구독과 좋아요 부탁드려요. Hello. 예전에 왔던 뮬러파크를 다시 왔어요. 오늘도 재밌는 인터뷰를 해볼 거예요. 각 인종들이 많이 모여 있잖아요, 미국에. 그래서 각자의 레이스에 대한 스테레오타입에 대해서 어떻게 생각하는지, 과연 진실인지 거짓인지 직접 여기 현지 분들에게 물어보겠습니다. 가볼까요? You guys have this appetite for fried chicken?
Fried chicken?
Would that be true?
Well, yeah, fried chicken, it depends because most different cultures also eat fried chicken. It just depends on the kind of ingredients they put inside.
Right,
you know?
right. But why would you say it has become your kind of soul food?
Well, the reason why is my kind of soul food because that's what I was raised in.
Would you say you guys have this athletic superiority over other races?
Well, you gotta remember that everybody comes from somewhere, especially if we live in America. So if you African descent, your ancestors came from a place where the weather is different over there. Okay, so and then the type of things they do, as in running and walking. So I just believe that in all humans are the same. It's just how you work your body out.
Some people think that people of your race tend to be like more sassy and like aggressive, like when coming off.
Go to that wedding, girl. You're gonna buy you a new dress. You're gonna hoik them titties up to your chin. You're gonna make his eyes fall out of that ugly wedding hat, girl.
Right.
What do you think?
Because of, like I said, at the end of the day, it's depending on the foundation. Now, if you take a African American girl, right, and let's say you adopt her when she was still young, the way you raise her, that's how she's gonna act.
So one is that they can't handle spicy food. True or false?
False.
Really? Ew.
Yeah. I grew up in Southeast Texas, which is traditionally like very Cajun. It's really like our stuff blackened, or I I don't know, Tony Chachere's is an incredible seasoning. So.
Okay.
I like spicy foods, like the genre. Like I love Indian food and just Asian food.
Oh,
in
wow.
general, but I always get mild.
They tend to get away with police more easily.
With police?
Police.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you think so?
100%.
Okay.
With thousands.
Also in the airport.
Literally a million%.
Yeah.
Oh. White people tend to wear shorts even in freezing temperatures.
That's true.
Oh my gosh, so are you good with coldness or are you just
I'm
doing it for
fine right now. I mostly just dressed up like this as a joke.
White people take their holidays very seriously.
I thought you meant vacation at first, but that's hilarious. It's so true. Like with the just like over the top decorations.
Yeah. And every holiday, it's like, just go for it.
Yeah. White people are terrible dancers.
Probably true.
And I'm
Like, you
sure
see
they're.
someone, it's just like,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
Like no rhythm. A guy I work with downloaded an app to teach him how to like do common dance moves. So I was like, that's the saddest blow.
So, do you think it's true that all Asians are good at math?
I think most Asians do good at math.
Oh yeah? You think so?
You know, people like from China or Japan or South Korea, they have a lot of trainings from like a young age. But taking me as an example, I'm very good at, I was good at math, but after college, the pressure was gone.
Right.
There's no pressure from my parents, no pressure from my teacher. So I kind of lost the interest. So that's why I think it is, I would personally think American education is better.
Okay.
They can learn from their inherited interest, not from their parents, not from their teachers.
Yeah.
So it's actually go further. So you can see there are lots of mathematicians, they're actually American.
I see your point.
Yeah.
I was never good at math, but I got worse ever since I came to America. What about this one? You think all Asian women are bad drivers? Comparatively?
I'm not that's
from your own experience.
That's hard to say.
Yeah.
I don't have too much experience with that. I don't. My girlfriend, I think she drives pretty good.
All Asians have small eyes?
No, not at all. I don't see many small eyes in from my Asian friends.
Right.
Big TV screens, all those stars that the Americans love. Those Asian models, they tend to have smaller eyes.
Right, that is true actually.
That's actually American stereotypes. When they think those people may be prettier, right? They think that's the kind of the classic Asian people, but actually it's not.
댓글로 참여해주신 구독자 여러분 감사해요. Thank you.
Yeah, American people tend to be more expressive with their feelings.
I guess I'd say that's kind of true.
Kind of true.
I mean, it definitely depends. I'd say with politics and with you know, like different like media sources, there's a lot of different things that you can kind of be expressive about.
Right.
So once you kind of find a passion, I think that it's kind of celebrated to follow and talk about it.
Yeah.
So
like all Americans love fast food, and there are a lot of like obese people in America.
Just from my experience here, I think like it just kind of comes from the lifestyle of convenience, like and just wanting something fast and efficient and go. I think there's something in our culture for sure that has to do with like the busier you are, the more important you are, like which is not always true. So with that, like we want to take shortcuts, and I think fast food has to do with that, and obviously it's not the healthiest option, so that lends itself to having probably pretty high obesity rates and things like that.
For sure.
But also it has to speak to the cost. Like I mean, it's cheaper for some families to get McDonald's instead of getting healthy groceries, because those groceries are really expensive. So it kind of, the system kind of plays into that too and takes advantage of that.
They tend to be like more self-centered, and they have little interest in other countries other than US.
Yeah, I think that there's some validity to that one.
Yeah.
I think there is a tendency in the U.S. just in general,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
to kind of feel like we're the center of the world, like
Uh-huh.
especially even on the map, like.
Yeah.
And
Where's America? I would say this big one, but I'm probably wrong.
there's sometimes a negligence to like thinking about other countries, other people, other cultures outside of our own.
That I've studied abroad.
Yeah.
I lived in Madrid for a couple of months, and one of the things that I thought was so interesting was that, like, you know, news was so prevalent. Like, they knew when I was American. Did you vote for Donald Trump? I did not. But like, I would not know. I still don't know. Like Spain's, politics.
Yeah, for sure. It kind of goes off of the last question, but they believe people all over the world can speak English well. What's your take on it?
I don't personally think that, because I think that that's a very Eurocentric mindset to be so small-minded that like your language is the one that like you should expect people to know. That would be something that irked me whenever people would be so like, you go to like a smaller town in another country and they don't speak English and you're like, whoa, what? Like, why don't you speak English? And it's like, that's just very small-minded of you. Why would they know your language? So.
Everyone complains about traffic, and they're like aggressive drivers.
Yeah, true and true. That's real.
You can beat this one out, but traffic is a bitch here. I'm not gonna lie. It doesn't matter what time you go out. If you ponder GPS, it's always going to be red. It's always going to be red. Okay. So I would never buy a used car from LA because that car's brake is probably like given out. Yeah.
There's a stereotype about like Californians being like vain and like superficial. What's your thought on that?
That's also true.
That's also true.
Like you would go to like these like nature-ish trails and you would see girls wearing heels with like really tight shirts. Yeah, for that one Instagram picture, you know what I mean? Like you would see those type of people.
Like in a good way, people like really care about how they look. So like people, they're all really beautiful and like they're very like into like their health and their body and their image. On the good side, on the bad side, it's like everyone is like has like an expectation for you to like look a certain way. Or, like,
I would say cars. Like they care a lot about the cars that they ride here.
So like, is it also true that you guys see celebrities all the time and like it's like not a big deal for y'all? Because I see stories about like how you just run into Leonardo DiCaprio in like a coffee shop.
I haven't, but there are people who like see them regularly. I guess it depends where you live.
I ran into some like Korean rappers.
You did?
Who were like showing me the money, like G2. That's like a very normal thing. Like my barber like cut hair for Yuanjin before, for Toki, like golf players. So I think they're all really nearby.
Wow.
But if we're talking about like Hollywood stars, I mean, you'll probably have to go to Hollywood.
First one would be people in New York are like rude and like snobbish.
I don't think anyone is trying to be rude intentionally.
It's
just that everyone is so busy, so like things irritate them if it kind of like, gets in their way of their own activities. Like, when people stop by at Starbucks for their morning coffee, like, they just want everything to flow quickly so you can not be late to work.
But I think because New York is so fast-paced,
everyone's busy, everyone has a lot of stuff to do, but they can come off as cold and come off as rude.
Going off of that, what about the stereotype about people walking fast and like talking fast?
Ridiculous.
Is that a thing?
Yes, it's a thing, and I don't even know how these people walk this fast.
This all comes from the same thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, because everyone is so busy, I think that's why people walk fast, and like people tend to get irritated on like the smaller things.
Last question about New York. Everything is expensive.
Yes.
Yes, that's a hard yes.
Sure, yes.
Very true. Like this, I really feel it when I go to the grocery store. Everything is at least almost twice
Whoa, really?
the price it is
in Texas.
But I think that for people that are younger, like the younger crowd, I feel like sometimes it's worth the premium to live there. You know, like rents might be high, and like, you know, sometimes like a night out would definitely cost more than a night out here. But in terms of like just the amount of things that you're able to do and the diversity that the city offers, I think there's a price that you have to pay to it.
자, 이렇게 미국 사회의 만연한 그리고 미국에 대한 스테레오타입이 무엇인지에 대해 알아보고 또 현지인들의 의견에 대해서도 들어봤는데요. 어떻게 미국 문화를 이해하는 데 좀 도움이 되셨나요? 제 개인적인 생각으로는 저희가 인간이기 때문에 이런 고정관념이 형성되는 것 자체는 어쩔 수 없다고 생각해요. 다만 내 생각이 무조건 옳다, A는 B다 이런 건 좀 위험하죠. 이건 이제 편견과 인종차별로까지 이어질 수 있으니까요. 그런 의미에서 미국인들과 대화를 할 때 의도치 않게 그들을 offend하지 않도록 몇 가지 주의사항을 알려드릴게요. 첫 번째, don't assume someone's from a certain country or region.
We have a new student joining us. She just moved here all the way from Africa.
Welcome.
I'm from Michigan.
좀 생각해보세요. 누가 우리한테 다가와서 Are you Chinese? 라고 딱 물어보면 썩 그렇게 기분이 좋진 않잖아요. 저희가 그들의 피부색을 보고 미리 판단을 해서 물어보는 것보다는 I'm from Korea. Where are you from? 이렇게 물어보시는 게 괜히 기분 상할 일을 좀 줄일 수 있을 것 같아요. 또 비슷하게 이건 사실 제가 미국에 처음 왔을 때 했던 실수기도 한데 Don't assume people are related or say that they look alike. 서양인들이 동양인들을 이렇게 봤을 때 다 비슷하다고 생각할 수 있잖아요. 마찬가지로 저희도 서양인이나 유색인종 사람들을 봤을 때 그들의 생김새만으로 출신지를 판가름하기는 힘들죠. 딱 둘을 봤을 때 혈연지간이냐고 물어보는 거는 어떻게 보면 레이시스 커멘트로 받아들여질 수 있죠. 혹은 친구 둘이 딱 있을 때 야 너네 되게 닮았다 라고 툭 아무 생각 없이 던진 말도 받아들이는 입장에서는 민감하게 반응할 수 있어요. 그리고 마지막으로 좀 당연한 얘기긴 하지만 Don't make fun of certain culture, dialects or accents. 예를 들어 어떤 나라의 음식이 냄새가 되게 고약하더라거나 아니면 특정 지역 사람들의 영어 발음을 이렇게 따라한다거나 하는 게 다 웃자고 한 소리일 수 있지만 인종차별적 발언이 될 수 있다는 점 기억해 주시면 좋겠어요. 항상 다른 문화에 대해서 배우려는 그런 오픈 마인드, 건강한 마인드 가진 여러분이 되셨으면 좋겠습니다. 그러려면 어떻게 해야겠어요? 지구영어 영상도 열심히 시청하셔야겠어요. 그럼 긴 영상 시청해 주셔서 감사하고 저는 또 다음에 좋은 콘텐츠로 찾아뵙도록 하겠습니다. See you guys next time!